Welcome everybody. My name is Colin Dixon. I'm founder and chief analyst of nScreenMedia. And I'm going to do a little test this morning to see if I can use the F1 TV app from Formula One to watch the Grand Prix that's going on in Belgium right now here in the US. So I live in California, and F1 TV is actually carried by ESPN this morning. It's on ESPN2. And so I should not be able to watch this because Frank Arthorfer, who is the F1 director of digital and new business, says that they're using, quotes, best-in-class content security to guarantee that in regions where somebody has licensed the race, they won't be able to watch it through F1 TV. So they really only introduced F1 TV so that they can get global reach with the races. And there are many regions in which you can't watch the Formula One races because they're not on television. So that's what F1 TV is all about. It's about bringing those races to everybody. But they really do want to protect the rights of those, rights holders who have licensed it in their region. So as I say, it's been licensed here. I'm going to turn it on my one laptop here so that you can hear. It looks like Sebastian Vettel is well in the lead. So you can probably hear it going on. I'll give you a quick glance here at the screen just to show what's going on. There you go. And so I'm going to turn that off again because I don't want that interrupting us as we go through this test. I'm using 3 VPNs this morning. They're but standard VPNs, nothing special about them. ExpressVPN, IPVanish, and NordVPN. And I'm not going to use screen show. So I'm not going to actually show you the screens as I go through, and there's a very good reason for that. I can't use the same machine for the Facebook live broadcast as I can for the test, because I'm putting VPNs up. So every time I put a VPN up, that's probably going to interrupt the Facebook stream. So I can't do that. And the other thing is I don't want to show the screen, particularly when the race is on, because I don't want anybody thinking I'm rebroadcasting the screen, because, well, you shouldn't do that. There's a rights holder who's paid for that. And this isn't really a tutorial on using the VPNs either, because, well, frankly, you really don't need one. They're very easy. You can find them online, and away you go. You just install them and away you go. Now, this morning, I'm going to be using the VPNs and telling them to tell people that I'm in Germany. And the reason I'm going to tell them it's Germany is because there's nobody actually broadcasting the race in Germany. So so anybody in Germany can use F1 TV to watch. So they would sign up and pay the money, and away they go. They can start watching. So I'm sorry you're gonna have to look at me a little bit today while I actually turn the VPNs on and fire up the browser and do the test. And then I'll give you a quick glance at the screen to let you know what happened. So that said, why don't I get on with it? So let's try the first one, and I'm going to try ExpressVPN. That's the first one. Again, there's nothing special about this VPN. I'm going to tell it that I'm in Germany. So this is what my screen looks like. Nothing special. You can see the little German flag down there in the bottom. Okay, so now let's fire up the browser and see what happens. So I'm going to start up F1 TV, and let's go to watch live. That seems to, something more seems to be happening this time.
Yeah, obviously it was
and as you can hear,
the start. I saw,
let me turn this down a little.
With all 4 tires locked, and he was coming at very high speed. There is no way you can avoid that. And
it's coming in loud and clear, as you can hear. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit. Yeah. So here I am watching the
side, we are all okay, and also Charles with
there you have it.
whatever, you know,
I'm watching. So that looks like ExpressVPN actually worked pretty. It seems to be doing a pretty effective job. So they're not blocking ExpressVPN. So let's stop the browser. I'm going to turn that off. And actually, I'm just going to go and unload it. The next one I'm going to try is NordVPN. Okay, so I'm going to come in. I'm in NordVPN now. I'm coming down to select Germany. There's Germany. Okay, it says we're connecting. I'm now receiving a new IP address. And that's, of course, one of the ways that the VPNs work. They actually have equipment in Germany, and they get allocated an IP address that makes well, some of the applications think that the person using the device is actually in that country. So I'm connected. There's NordVPN saying that I am connected. So let's fire up F1 TV once more.
Now it's 4.4 seconds. They're suggesting to me,
as you can hear, I'm straight in. It looks like Sebastian Vettel is still in the lead. And here we go.
A lot of races to go, Martin. A lot of points to be earned. But is it at this stage of the season, is it a bad thing to come back?
So it looks like their top security hasn't done a great job so far, because we've had basically the VPNs are 2 for 2. So I'm going to turn that one off, and I'm going to unload it like I did the other one before we go to the final one. And the last one I'm going to use is IPVanish. This one has a little bit of a different procedure. Okay. And I'm going to select, so I'm in IPVanish now. I'm going to go to Germany. And it says I'm connected, and it says I'm in Frankfurt. So let's see if that gets me access to F1 TV.
So far this afternoon, we've already seen some exciting stuff.
And I'm straight in.
As he made his way up,
as you can see,
starting at the back because he took on extra power unit.
All of these VPNs appear to have worked just fine. So I'm going to close this out, and I'm going to do one more test, just one more test, because I think I should do this to be consistent. I'm going to turn this VPN off, IPVanish off. I'm going to close it out, and I'm going to try one time without any VPN, and perhaps, to be fair, well, now let's just give it a try. Okay, so all VPNs are unloaded. I'm going to try the same thing.
Retired in Austria, and the next race he finished 5th.
Well,
and then he retired in Germany, next race, and then the next race after that he finished.
That's very interesting, because at the moment I am watching it, and I don't even have a VPN selected. So I don't know about world-class security. Certainly at the moment, it's letting me watch. So I'm going to let this run for a minute, because just to see if they actually have to wait to figure out for a while if I'm where I am, where my location is. So I'm just going to let this run. But at the moment, Mr. Arthoffer, I'm afraid there's no security. I was able to get in, even without a VPN, I was able to get in and watch F1 TV in the US when it is being broadcast on ESPN, so ESPN2. So if I'm them, I'm not very happy. Look, there are some other security solutions that they're employing here. It's actually a little bit difficult to sign up for F1 TV in Germany which is what you'd have to do to know what to get the right to watch in that region. Now, of course, there are lots of ways lots of dodges around that. If you've got a friend in Germany, you can ask them to sign up for you or borrow their credentials to log into F1 TV. So there are, of course, ways around that, but that is one way that they are definitely making it a little bit difficult. So you can't just sign up from the US, for example, and then put a VPN on and start watching, because well, I say that, but bearing in mind that I'm still watching the race here without even any VPN, it's still going in F1 TV. Perhaps there isn't any security at all on this. Perhaps the only security is where you sign in. You just maybe they're just checking the credit cards. Anyway, I think that's it. It looks like F1 TV, you have some work to do with the security of your app. You need to geo-block this properly, or I don't know, perhaps they're really not that worried about the rights holders. I would not have thought so, though. That's a major source of income for them. Anyway, that's it. Good talking to you. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you guys again later.